farmers, welcome back to Goldcrest Valley. Just left the fuel station, topped off the 8230 with some diesel, headed on up to the store. We're going to be leasing a dolly and bringing back our logging trailer, finally, and make some cash with it today. I really do hope so we can do that. Got to buy ourselves a chainsaw, and that will also limit us to only being able to lease 3 things at a time. I better double check. I think the only thing I got leased is a weight. Is that correct? Yes, only a weight. Use section, I just did a double check on it because I reloaded the game, and that is a weeder, which we do not need. I should also mention that as I'm recording this today, the horse DLC has come out. I deactivated my other horse pack that I've been using all in FS22. So if any of the horse equipment comes up for sale, that is from the DLC. So I'll be looking forward to that if it comes on up. I really do hope that what I would love to use, and I used it quite a bit on the DLC pack, or not the DLC pack, but the pack I've been using. It's not quite the same seed drill, but of course it would be this one right here, the Avatar, a nice little 12-meter wide direct. It is a direct drill, right? Yes, direct drill. Yeah, so I would love to see that come up for sale. But, I was in the store because I need to go ahead and get myself the dolly here. Where's the dollies? There we go. I think this is the first time I may be using this. I usually just go ahead and get myself a truck. Let's go ahead and lease that for, is that like $459? Yeah, we can do that. And while we're here, also chainsaws. Is that under miscellaneous? Or does chainsaws have its own category? I think chainsaws have their own category, do they not? Let's see, belts, chainsaws, there we go. And yeah, I always get the steel chainsaw because, yeah, I have one myself, love it. Anyways, there we go. So now we got 2, now we got 2 things leased. I bought the chainsaw. So let's back up to the dolly. This should be fun on hitching this on up. Oh, what I was going to do as well. Now, the mulcher I'll leave here. I may put the mulcher down by the cow barn shed. Let's see, I got yeah, that should be good, I think. Not me backing up is good. I was seeing what implement I was marked on. That's a 15. Whoops. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. No, got to be on that to attach to that. That's a 15 meter. I usually get the 12 meter, but this is what came up for sale. Alright, so right now the John Deeres seem to be hauling it. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out how many logs I feel comfortable putting back here before I try to head all the way to the sawmill and sell. So I was looking at the map before I left the farm, and I think the hill up behind like the silo and towards over the other side to where the bale sell point is, I think that whole hill we technically own. So there's a lot of trees up there, so we can maybe get trees from there as well. But yeah, we're going to be ripping down some trees today and bring it to the sawmill, and hopefully at least get 15 grand worth of logs. I think that's what we paid for this logging trailer. I think it was somewhere around there. So if I can get that much money back, that means I would have gotten the log trailer for free at this point. Because I don't know. The only way I was going to get rid of the trees was using the tree devourer. I would have got some wood chips. And wood chips don't really bring in the cash, do they? So I think this whole hill to our right we own. We just don't own where the railroad tracks are. It's like everything, all these trees up here, I think we own. I mean, we'll find out with the chainsaw. It'll say, hey, you don't own these trees. I guess the good thing about bringing the logs to the sawmill is it's mostly going to be downhill for us. Coming back, yeah. It's going to be a little bit uphill, but we'll be empty. So all those trees up there, I think we own as well. But let's go ahead and we're going to start with the trees over here. I want to clear out this area here. Alrighty, and this tree is, well, it's almost 15 meters long, so the trailer should be able to take that all in one. Yeah, at the end of last episode, I walked over here and I saw how tall the trees were, and I'm like, oh, they're not. You didn't fall over. Don't lie to us. All these trees are not. Well, this one's 39 meters. Yeah, they're not all full height, so I don't know what we're going to get for the trees. I'm never really good at guessing, unless I brought a full trailer over the same type of tree. But since we're going to have all different types of lengths and diameters of trees, it's going to be hard to tell how much we're going to get. And of course, in order for our autoloader to pick them on up, we got to go ahead and get all the limbs off them. Sometimes delimbing a tree can be a real pain. Sometimes it goes real well, and other times you get that one limb that just doesn't want to come off. I don't want to definitely fill the trailer all the way up because, yeah, I don't think the John Deere is going to like that too much. So now we just got to keep our eye on the store. We got some cash, although I don't think we got enough cash if a nice, I want to say a large tractor comes up for sale, but it could surprise me. That's a magical tree right there. Oh, it's not magical, it's just because all the weight's at that end. Let's cut it like right about here. The tree was like, yeah, let me help you out. I'll fall over now. And when one tree goes over another, it doesn't like to cut the limbs off. But I'm hoping that we can make a good amount of money from these trees in the next few months. Alright, don't run with a chainsaw. That we'll be able to afford a tractor when it comes up for sale. I don't think I have any other field work to get done other than taking some soil samples in the grass field. And I thought I did the soil samples when I did the other grass field last year, but I guess not. This tree is 34 meters, so I'm gonna have to cut this. And I'm actually gonna have to cut it in 3 sections. That trailer should only take 15 meter. So I'm just guesstimating on the lengths. If it doesn't take it, well then I'll just trim it even more. I think we'll just clear out these middle sections and then go with a load and see how the John Deere handles it. And I may be surprised when I go sell the wood, because usually, alright, usually we own the sawmill and we're bringing the wood there to be made into planks or whatever. June, really, for me, is not the best month to cut down trees, just because it's so hot out. And you got to be wearing equipment to protect yourself from the elements of using a chainsaw. So you usually got like on thicker clothes. It gets really hot really quick. So now that we bought a chainsaw, we got to limit ourselves to only 3 leased items at a time. But that shouldn't be too difficult to do. But it does keep up the challenge now. Kind of like what it was in the beginning when we could, lease 5 items. Which seemed like a lot. And we managed fine. But now 3 items I think is going to make it just a little bit more challenging. Now let's go see what we can load up and see how the John Deere handles the weight. Alright, so, no, I want to change it so it's one log, maximum of 15. We'll switch it to the right. Already that makes a huge difference the way it looks around here. Oh yeah, I better not back up with this because it's going to be articulated with the dolly on it. And I did say I was going to stay away from autoloaders, but when it comes to logging, I mean, I did some... Oh, I thought I turned that off. I did some on Solyndra, and it wasn't too bad. And so far, it's loading up all the logs. Now, I'm not going to come all the way down here and mow the grass just to get the extra grass. I used to do that in my early days of Farming Simulator. Any grass there was, I would go around and get it. But I'm not going to do that here. Alright, just from driving around here, I know it's not a great test, but the John Deere seems to handling the load pretty well. Even going uphill, so I think, I don't know, I'm probably not going to fill the trailer up all the way, but we'll get a good amount. And I want to cut down, like I said, most of the trees I possibly can. So let me go ahead and cut down more of these trees here, especially around this rock. And who knows, I may even actually plow this lot today. I may do that. Oh, okay, maybe not today, but at least this summer. I was thinking in the fall. Do I have time to plant anything and it be ready to harvest the end of the year? I don't think so. June. Well, olives, but we're not going to do that. I mean, I could plant alfalfa and clover, but I already got my grass fields on the other side. So, no. Yeah, so it's not a rush to get any of this done. But since we don't have nothing else to do here in the month of June, we'll see how far we get with cutting down trees. By cutting down those trees there, it really opens up the area quite a bit. And now with the trees gone, I may get a better idea of how I want the fields to kind of look. Give myself a little chance to think it and mull it over a little bit more. Will be kind of fun to find all these stumps later on with the stump grinder, but we'll find them and get it done, I hope. Looks like I got to cut this one. And let me switch over to what side is picking the log up on. I don't want to go into my crop. And I think with the load that I got, I'm going to go to the sawmill with this. Oops, I didn't think I was going to grab that one way over there, but it did. I just want to overload and get like halfway there and have problems. Let's see if I can grab this without going into the field. Alright, so there's either a limb on that tree somewhere. Sometimes just by cutting the tip off like that, they'll take it. Alright, so it's not a full load, but it certainly is a decent sized load. Alright, let's go to the sawmill. I mean, the John Deere seems to be handling it just fine. But at least by going at a half a load, if I get there fine, at least I know for next time maybe I can go to 3/4 of a load. And if it handles it fine then, you know, maybe we'll load it all the way up. But yeah, if we look at all these trees to our left, if I go to the map, and you can see we're currently right here. If I go to farmland, we own this entire hill up here, So all those trees could go bye-bye, but it would be kind of interesting to get this logging trailer up there and auto-load all the logs. Have to be careful which way I got the trees falling. I'm going to try to get to the sawmill without looking at the map. I mean, I know roughly where it is. I guess the good thing is if I were to fall on the side or whatever and I have to unload the logs, the only thing you got to be careful about unloading when you're on the side with an autoloader, sometimes it'll spit. If you got it unloading towards the side where the ground is, you don't want to do that because everything would go under the map, and then you're not getting it back. So make sure it unloads to the upper side if you can. And no beacons on the John Deere. Oh, and speaking of the John Deere, because I've been talking about upgrading possibly the engine in the John Deere. I know there's been a few comments saying don't bother upgrading the engine in the John Deere. Might as well wait for a tractor to come up for sale, which I do agree on. But this is kind of the fun part of only being able to buy from the used section. It's not like you're... Yeah, I thought I knew how I was getting to the oh yeah, okay, that's how you get to the sawmill. It's not like if you can buy something new, it's like, well, let's save up and buy that tractor. I don't know if a tractor will come up that we're looking for, and I may need a bigger engine in the John Deere before a tractor even comes up for sale. So it all depends on timing and if we got the money and how it goes. I mean, I held off upgrading the engine so far. So we'll see. I thought I was going to have to upgrade the engine when we got the Forge Wagon because that requires 300 horsepower. At least that's what it says. I really do hope I'm going the right way for the sawmill. I'm starting to second guess myself. And I'm bringing you along for the ride because I don't think I've been this way yet in this series, so... Alright, I guess... Oh no, wait, this is the sawmill right here. I was getting ready to look at the map. I'm like, I thought the sawmill's on the far western side of the map, and it is. Now, the only thing I want to do is bring up the zone markers because I have no idea where to drop this off at. Interactive zone markers on. So, do I have multiple options here? So it looks like I could drop them off maybe here or over here. Is there a price for wood on the map now with 2 wood chips? But I don't think there's ever a price for wood, right? I think wood is like a base price like electricity is. I think. I don't know. I've never seen wood in the price guide like electricity or energy. Oh, wood right here. Alright, so... Which one's the... I'm going to say the sawmill is the one to the left, and the carpentry is the one to the right. Alright, that's where we get more for it. So I'm at least hoping for like... I don't know, is this going to be like $5 grand? I really have no idea. I really haven't sold wood in a long time. How about $20,675 for that small load? I do like that. I like it a lot. Let me untag that place. Well, with all the trees that looks like we can cut down, yeah, I could probably get ourselves up to 200 grand by the end of the day, which would be great. And then if something comes up for sale here, we'll have the money. And then in the future, if I need a little bit of extra cash, we could always cut down some trees. Now, before, when I found out I couldn't plant any trees on the map because there's too many trees, It always looks like Goldcrest doesn't have that many trees, but I think the thing I'm seeing is it's not like there's a huge clump of trees. There's just a lot of trees scattered about the entire map. So being able to buy like a forest area, I think there's going to be trees on it, but it's not going to be like a whole lot of trees. But we'll worry about that when it comes. We got plenty of trees around the farmyard to cut. So let's get back and I don't know. I feel like I really want to get a whole trailer because the John Deere seem to haul that load of logs down here with ease. Well, trying to figure out what my boundary is. I'm on the other side of the field, as you can see across from the farm, and yeah, I don't own these trees over here. So I believe everything on the hillside is going to be on a different piece of farmland. I'm going to guess these trees up here might be as well. I think the best way to get rid of the stumps is to... Oh, we own this one. Okay. The best way to get rid of the stumps is probably once I get the plow. We'll lease a plow if I don't have one by then, and also get ourselves the stump grinder and go around with the plow first, and that should allow me to find the stumps a little bit easier. But I can also expand the fields over here a little bit as well while we're doing all that, because we do got some good land between the field and the sheds over here. But it's really opening up the area quite well. It looks like a completely different farm already. But yeah, we're going to cut down as many trees as we possibly can, because in the future I do want to replant some trees on the property. I want to put down some oak, maple, and birch trees to give us some fall color. I don't know how many trees I'm going to have to cut before I can do so. I could always... I do have the mod where it allows me to put down more trees on the map. So I could just activate the mod. Did I? Yeah, it looks like that is cut. So far we are good there. Let's run across our canola field. Definitely don't have a full trailer yet, but I just want to pick up the logs. I don't want to have them all on the ground and go around and pick them up. Be easier to pick them up as we go. What side am I on? I'm on the right side. Yeah, so merge that into a field. And then you can see we can send this field over a little bit as well. And then leave myself a cut-up road. Yeah, so got out the wrong side of the John Deere. I think what we'll do is we'll have like a little bit of a path coming up on this side. It's more over there now. And it'll cut up to where that path is right there. And then we'll bring the field over to here. Leave a little space here. I would like to leave us room so I can drive the header on through. But maybe I can always park the header in the drive-through shed up there as well. We'll definitely create more of a field over here. Load these on up. I definitely want to get that tree cut down over by the silo. That way, if I ever want to unload from the combine again, or some type of an auger, I have room to get it into the silo. Ooh, that pickup area is it's pretty far. I keep thinking it's not going to grab a log that far out, and it just grabs it. Oh, that's right. There's no traffic that comes up through here. All right, let me swing around. We'll get the logs over here. You know what I am going to do, though? I'm going to turn this off. Let me unload. Can I not unload here? Oh, because I'm hitting the wrong button to unload. I'm so used to the I button to unload. I just want to get the logs on better. So we're sticking way out the back. Strap those in. We'll switch the loader to the left. Yeah, the John Deere is handling this logging trailer rather well. Although the one thing I keep forgetting about the autoloader, it tells you how many tons that we got on here. All right, we'll have to switch this over to the right. Come on, grab it. There we go. Now backing up, the John Deere 8230 always has issues for some reason. Alright, pick that one up. There's one more that's sitting in the field. Was that the one that was sitting in the field? No, it wasn't. So I want to pick them up as they go along, so I'm going to forget about certain ones. And where they were. But I mean, if we do a couple loads a month throughout the summer and get about, you know, a couple, maybe like $30,000 to $40,000 loads, that's going to help us out a lot. Now I know that bringing a certain length of log, you're going to get more money for at the sawmills. And I know there's been tests out there, and I want to say it's, was it 6 meter or 9 meter length logs? I don't remember, but I'm sure someone did a test, and someone's going to remind me that what length of log is the best one to bring to a sawmill to get your best money for it. But we're just grabbing what we have, and I'm not going to bother cutting each log to be like 6 meters or whatever. Right, let me come up here. We're going to grab the trees up here. And like I said, don't worry if it, you know, you don't like the way it looks because there's no trees around here. We will get to replanting at some point. And it could be even this summer. I might just activate the mod to allow me to put more trees on the map. I'm not going to go crazy and get the excavator. And oh, I bet you the logging trailer. I'm like, the whole log disappeared. The trailer probably picked it up. I'm not going to go crazy and get the excavator and get 240 saplings of one tree and plant them everywhere. We're just going to use the I guess we'll call the regular base game planter that holds about 20 saplings and plant those around. Now you can see why I bought the logging trailer. I'm like, well, we'll put that to use. Just got to find time to put it to use. But I really wasn't expecting that much from logs. And I'm trying to remember the last time I just went and sold logs rather than bring it to a sawmill to make furniture, planks, or whatever. You know what? I might as well grab these. Well, right now we're up to 12 tons back in the logging trailer. I never really paid attention to the weight that a tractor can haul. I usually just fill up a trailer and go. I'm trying to be a little bit careful about what we do here. I mean, if we got 20,000 for that first load, I think when we go up there with the next load, it should be like 40, 45 or something like that with a full load. Looking a lot different around here already. I I'm trying to figure out if I want to get the trees up there with a full, well, it's not a full trailer, but with the trailer that I have. What about down by the cabin? I don't think I own all that land, right? Put the cabin like right in here. Yeah, I don't actually own out to the road. Because I remember there's like a good amount of trees here around the cabin, so maybe I would want to cut those on down. Not many trees in this area here, I don't think. I mean, there's some around the cow barn. But since I'm focusing and I almost got a full trailer here. Well, there's a decent amount of trees over here. Let me start cutting some more over here. Because I feel like I might tip over up there. I would like to save those possibly once I get a truck. Whenever that may be. But I think we should be able to grab these, right? Yes, we do own these trees up here. So let's grab a few more. So at this point, like if a large tractor were to come up for sale, and it's usually in the ballpark of 50% off, if I get up like to 200 grand, that means a tractor that's worth 400 I might be able to buy. And it would be nice to have the John Deere and a second tractor that can haul implements around. I mean, the Massey Ferguson can too, just it's got to be the smaller equipment. Well, when some of these trees fall over, it sounds like the world's coming to an end. Wait, how long is this tree? I guess I gotta cut this one in half, probably. Said it many times, if only in real life delimbing a tree was this easy. And this tree is also, yep, have to cut this one in half as well. And someone, I'm pretty sure, is going to say, yeah, if you brought the logs in 9-meter lengths, I would have gotten more for it. Cut down more trees than I thought I did. This should be a pretty good load. And I'm very, very happy of how the John Deere is handling all this wood. So it's loading on the right. So let's see what I can pick up. Alright, now switch sides. $18 tons and even going uphill. Okay, I may have... Oh, it's not that I can't haul it. I think I'm bottoming out on the trailer. Right here. Yep. And this is where it's going to get tricky because it's articulated on a dolly. See if I get a little bit of speed, if I can get it to go. And I probably should be loading it differently. Alright, there's that one. Let's switch it to the right side and let's get off this hill before I tip over. There's that one. And then that one. Is that a good load? I think that's a fantastic load to bring on over to the sawmill. On how many tons am I? 20 tons probably? Nope, only 19. Only 19 tons. Well, I shouldn't say only 19. It's more than I can carry. And just because I am curious, not allowed to cut that tree. But that one we can. Is that the same tree? Yeah, it's the same tree. Not that one either. Apparently not that one either. Alright, so the trees on this hill pretty much are a no-go. Alright, I thought I owned these trees. But apparently not. I'm hoping I own the ones. Really? I'm not on my property there? Yeah, I don't really own, I guess, lots 1 and 4. 12,000. Don't know if 12. Well, I don't know. The way the wood's selling for, I could probably buy the lots, cut the wood, but I don't want to resell the land back either. Just got to get up this little bit of a hill, and the rest is easy for you. I wonder if I own those trees there. It's going to be one of those things that, well, we don't have nothing to do. We want to go around cutting trees. It's pretty much walk around with the chainsaw on the property boundaries, and we'll let the game tell us which ones we can and cannot cut. But overall, we've already made our money back on the trailer. And now we're going to make a good profit. I'm hoping this is going to be 40 grand. Don't cut out in front of me, please. Okay, you're going that way. I was not expecting the 8230 to be able to haul a full trailer load of logs. And I would call that almost a full. It's like 90-95% full. Now, as for buying the sawmill, I'm trying to stay away from production buildings on this map, just because I do production buildings on a lot of maps. And production buildings are nice, of course. You do, once you get the production building up and running and producing constantly, yeah, you do make a good amount of money from it. But I feel like we do enough production buildings on other maps. It'd be nice just to, you know, have a map where I'm not really doing too much production work. I think, like I've said, just the BGA and maybe the dam. I mean, if we do the BGA, we're going to get the hydro dam or whatever it's called. Oh yeah, I turned off the interactive zone markers back off. Let's see if I can... I think it was somewhere like right about here. And somewhere here. Perfect. Okay, only 30,000. I was hoping for 40. A little disappointed in that, but you know what? If you asked me before I brought down the first load that the amount of wood I was going to bring down was going to get $50,000 worth of wood today, I'd be like, that sounds great. So we're up to $176,000 from selling wood. Do we get like a... I don't know if it's going to show our bonus score. Yeah, so 45,000 from sold wood. And our environmental score bonus is 5,800. So yeah, that's looking pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. What I may do in between episodes, I may walk around with a chainsaw and try to get like another load ready. So when we start next episode, we'll have a load to go. But yeah, I think in the future, best way to take care of this with all the stumps is get ourselves a plow, and we'll plow the field. And then, of course, that will reveal the stumps to me, and we'll take care of them as we go along. As for the other stumps around where I may miss, once I get the majority of the stumps gone in the field and get the ones I can remember where they are, I may just go into easy developer mode and just eliminate the stumps, because it'll be hard to find them all. I'm not going to remember where all the trees were that I cut. But yeah, in between episodes, I'm going to walk around with a chainsaw, try to get another full load ready to come on down to the sawmill. And is June a good month? What's our first month for harvesting here? Is it July? Yeah, but I think that's if we plant in the fall. We planted in the spring, so I'm guessing not until August. So we can probably skip through until July. I do have to do soil sampling in the grass field. Nothing that needs to be done right away. I can do it just before I cut the grass, which will be... Is that in July? That might be in July. I think we cut the grass in May, right? Was it May? So if I cut it in May, that means June, July, not until August. Alright, so August might be a busy month. But anyways, yeah, some forestry work today. Made the farmyard look a lot different, and it's going to look a lot different more once we get the plow in there and create the fields. I think giving myself like another month or two, now that the trees are gone, to kind of figure out how I want those fields to merge or combine. Might be good to sit on it for about a month and just let the brain figure it on out. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with 50,000 coming on in, and we should have some more coming in at the beginning of next episode. And maybe we'll do more than I thought I would, since I'm making that much money on wood. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in Goldcrest Valley. But until then, have a good one.